One, two, three. Ooh, 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 hee, hee. Ooh, ooh, hee, hee. Ooh, 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 hee, hee. Ooh, ooh, hee, hee. What's up, guys? Ooh, ooh, hee, hee. Ooh, ooh, you too pretty. I'm gonna tell the people that I care about to hop in the stream. Guys, I've been editing things. Hmm. Interesting. Interesante. All right. All right. Mm. It doesn't come out till October, so I have time. I want Silent Hill 2.
Like that? Abstract, ideally. You know, when I'm feeling down, a little commerce always cheers me up. Let's deal. Here's what I got.
Yeah, you do. You got some shit for me, huh? Right. The pipe gun. Defiant, the final shot. Nope. Ignores 30%. I want to keep that. The Harvester. It only has a chance to stagger on hit. Powered, increase action points. Oh, that's actually a good one. Rescue diving suit. Gonna keep that. Captain's hat. I'm gonna keep that. Oh! Didn't mean to say that one. The captain's hat. Gonna keep that. Bam. God damn. Alright.
You see what the mariner done to the hub?
Only have 30 pounds? Alright. So, I thought only Nuka-Cola bottle caps are worth anything.
Bring it!
The fuck did I eat that did that?
Hey.
I fish my... Don't fall. An honest...
Longfellow. What's up, Nick? Have I finished everything in Far Harbor? I don't think I... Maybe? Did I finish everything in Far Harbor? I have a really good sandwich that I'm about to start fucking up here. I just need a couple of dab shots, you know how it goes.
You talk to Cassie Dalton? Shame what happened to her family.
Never look a trapper in the eyes. There. Something else.
Captain,
I hope the harbor's being good to you?
what's the history of this place?
Well, this whole dock used to belong to the Mariner. When the fog started getting thicker. Family by family, homestead by homestead. People were kicked out of their homes inland. The Mariner was kind enough to let people stay. The harbor just kind of grew out of that charity.
Wow. What's in town?
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy writes in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the Last Plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And lastly, well, if you need a gun, see Alan Lee.
I have to go.
He will.
My kids ain't gonna believe this story.
How do I... Fuck.
Harbor's safe as it's going to get. You ever get a gnawing in your belly to do something crazy? Reason, sense, steering you clear?
What's on your mind?
You're the only mainlander I'd ever tell of this. So hear me out. The Red Death. May have heard of it. The big monster lives beneath the waves. Only strikes when the fog is thick. People think it's some drunken sailor's tale. But no one goes sailing when there's a fog on. In their bones, they know there's something out there.
For whatever it's worth, I believe you.
Thank you. With my business here done, and knowing someone like yourself, I seek to end this unholy terror. Dozens of boats over the long years been claimed by it. I mean to hunt this Red Death. Are you with me?
I'm in. Fuck yeah.
Count me in.
Bring whatever weapons of death and mass destruction you got. Meet by the docks. You take your boat, I'll take mine. This trip is going to test our mettle more than anything.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand.
It's not really my boat, but okay.
Mariner, please. I heard about this.
Let's get to Red Death Island.
your boat. Don't tamper with it. The shoals near where we're headed can easily capsize a boat of your size. I'll catch up to you. Not much further, Mainlander. When Auntie Stacy told others of her brush with the Red Death, they laughed at her. Then 2 weeks after, a full fishing boat never came back. From the beach, they saw the glow on the horizon. I've been looking to end the reign of the Red Death's terror my whole life. Wrecks all around it. There. You see it, right? Meet you there, and get prepared. It can't be. That's the Red Death?
Are you sure this is it?
It's got to be the red glowing eyes. I mean, when the fog's thick, that little fella is deadly in his own fashion. The shoals around here are treacherous. A middling captain with a mite of curiosity would run aground for certain. And this far from shore, that'll end you.
Looks like you achieved your goal. There it is.
My whole life, I've been having nightmares about a little Milo.
Sure.
What do we say to all the folk back home?
Uh-huh.
We tell them.
Uh-huh.
It never pays to lie.
Easy for you to say.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it would turn.
That might have been the Red Death's son.
Did you find it? Did you end the scourge of the seas?
So, we set sail, and we found, Red Death. It was a Mirelurk. A bit, smaller than we expected.
So as big as one of the queens?
Well,
Big shop's got it.
smaller than that.
What? Like a giant hunter? Them's big too. Huge claws.
Well, no.
So how big are we talking?
A bit bigger than a dog.
Dog? The Red Death is a tiny little crab?
Oh, well then. I'm glad you brought the mainlander. Otherwise, you'd be dead for sure.
You need a mini nuke? Or 3? Big game.
I knew it. Only sounds that used to be here was the squabbling of gulls and the slapping of the waves.
Mariner.
If these knuckleheads don't pitch in, a whole lot of us are doomed. The island's restless. No good can come of it. Nothing more to be done for the hull. Look at all we've done to the harbor. I finally feel safe.
What are you... Talk with Al.
Fresh shipping. All your medical needs.
Yeah, and that was like 3 a.m. What? You can't really tell time here because it just seems like it's dark all the fucking time. Look at this
I don't
shit.
have time.
That's a little lighter, but
Well, I'll be. Survive the captain's dance. Never thought it'd happen in my lifetime.
Hey, Mariner.
There's a foul wind coming. Mark my words.
there's a mission where she's sick and you can heal her.
If the stowaways keep pushing, one day I'll be gone high time. Then
Avery,
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
you know of anyone that could use some help?
Maybe ask Mitch. Some people at the...
I have to go.
Be well.
Don't let the island get you off guard.
Alright, let's go to Arcadia.
Buy my guns.
Hey, you, forget something?
Hey.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure. Ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah. I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. Folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing. Just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins.
But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing.
Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick.
After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore.
Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Damn, Nick. That was a nice story. And I love that we're hearing it right before we go into Arcadia.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had. For the sake of someone else, Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own.
And that's me.
I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Yeah!
Nick, it can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again.
Damn.
Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these, or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a synth.
In the back of my mind, I've always suspected.
That's what I thought. If you don't mind, what's the first thing you can remember?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell.
Oh yeah.
We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. The Railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing...
He doesn't agree with the Railroad, huh?
Avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Are you saying you don't want the Railroad's help?
It's not about that. It's about how you've let fear blind your cause.
I didn't come to argue. I just wanted you to know we're out there, helping your people.
I know. I'm sorry. It's easy for me to worry about our ideals while I'm so far away from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Can I help you with anything else?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
Explain to me.
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
So everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Alright. Let's go help these assholes.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
I was having a hard enough time keeping up.
I wanted to see for myself that she's safe.
You have my word. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing, well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
All right, I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
You have any leads on where he might be?
You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
So, you're a synth?
I am. I hope that's not a problem for you. Dima has worked hard to create a place for us where we can be safe from those who don't accept us. He's put so much of himself into this, all his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about, well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Keep track of him, bruh.
Seems like he's lucky to have you helping.
Thank you. That's very kind.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that
hey,
the boat
what's up,
runs
She-Wolfie?
southwest of here. So, does this sound like something you could handle?
How you doing?
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there. And what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once. And I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Ask for money.
I don't do much for free, Faraday.
Ah, right. Of course. I should have thought of that. How does 100 caps sound?
More money. Nope.
Didn't you say this might be dangerous? 100 caps seems a little light if danger's involved.
Well, yes, there is that possibility. Would 200 caps be more agreeable?
Faraday, come on. I want to help you, I really do. 200 caps is just, I mean, it's a little insulting.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry. Insulting you was not my intention. Is 300 caps less insulting? That's really about all I can spare.
Why don't we just agree that you'll give me all the caps you've got?
Fine. 400 caps is as much as I can spare. Now please, let me know when you found the drives.
For antiques, huh?
Man, I bullied the shit out of her today. Alright. See, and I am back on camera. There we go. Man, I don't know if you guys have ever had Togo's. Pure fire.
Need the key.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So how's your day going today, She-Wolfie? You have a good one?
Old Longfellow knows what he's about. If you got caps, I got goods.
I need to talk to you about our missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
I'm working with Chase. She told me that your designation is L792.
Okay, I believe you. Keep it down, all right? It's real private information. I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe early 20s with white hair. Goes by the name Derek. Thing is, He showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. Thought a courser was on his tail, so he rushed the timetable. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless, looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes and attracting unwanted attention. Tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog. That was the last I saw of him.
Relax. I'll take care of this.
Sorry. My nerves are a little shot right now. Look, if you're really going after that synth, pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Maybe you could head that way. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who'd go out in the fog to help a synth, especially one they don't even know. I feel like shit about what happened.
Beaver Creek, baby. Beaver Creek. Alright. Oh shit. You know what happens at Beaver Creek. Not looking good.
Fresh meat crawling in from the fog. Don't care if it's Mirelurk or man.
I understand. I get the cravings too. Maybe we can help each other. I'm just looking for a man with white hair.
Yes, but we can help you. We found him, dragged him here, had our fill. But yeah, here, what's left is yours. Now go. Don't come back.
Now, watch this.
They ate that bitch, bro. I did not expect that.
Yes?
I've got those storage drives you asked for.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Just the two? Really? I somehow thought there were 3.
I did notice a locked chest that I couldn't open. Maybe the last one was in there. Do you have the key?
Key? Chest? I'm afraid I don't know. You know what? This is fine. Just these 2 is fine. Well, you did your part, so I'll do mine. Thank you for recovering these.
I can plug for you?
Yes?
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. They're effective, but have such a limited range. Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
Dima looks like he's had a lot of work done.
Well, that's certainly an understatement. Between the two of us, we've made so many modifications. He was just a prototype, never built for all this. It took a lot to overcome the limitations of the original design and expand his memory. It really is remarkable, isn't it? He's overcome so much. He's become so much more than he once was. And all he thinks of is others.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
Underneath.
I assume you're not planning on staying.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
Poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
Given the risks I took to find your synth, I think I deserve more than that.
I suppose that's a fair request. 250 caps, then.
I've seen the resources you have here. I know you can do better than that.
Fine. 300 caps.
No, man.
I'd advise you not to push your luck any further.
If you ever want my help again, you're gonna have to pay me some real caps here.
I can do 400 caps, but that's as high as I'm willing to go. Don't bother asking for a single cap more. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Yeah! Milking these bitches out that dough. Give me that fucking dough, bitch. Oh man, the shit that he says too is just fucking. I'm gonna need more than that. Yep. I see what kind of shit you got going on here. You can do better than that, bitch.
Ugh, circuitry is complete.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way for me?
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
Because you're not really their daughter. You're a synth.
Yeah, exactly. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Kasumi, I think you're just confused. Everyone has doubts about who they are sometimes. It's part of life.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could. Wait. Wait, of course you can help. You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay. Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there, and that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
This'll be easier if I just talk to Dima. Convince him that he needs to be honest with us.
All right. Good luck. Let me know what you find out.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
I swear someone has the key to that storage room.
Alright, let's go swap over to 76.